Hiya Hinsters, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome too. My name is Hinny, I'm a spiritual astrologer. Check out the description box below for more info. You can give this video a thumbs up if you like what I do, and subscribe if you haven't already. So excuse my voice today, I do have a bit of a mini cold, so I'll try to make this one quick as well, but happy Tuesday do day. It is still Sag season, my favorite season of the astrological year, and we are here today to talk about Mercury in Capricorn. This is a transit that's kind of longer than usual. This is spanning December 2nd, 2023 to February 4th, 2024. And this is because we have a Mercury retrograde as well during that time, which makes it longer. Mercury, then, what is Mercury? So Mercury is the heralder god, the heralder or the town crier god. And we get now early inklings of Capricorn season. We also have Mercury making this lovely sextile to Venus in Scorpio, and Venus rules sextiles, which might well bring a lot of people out of their shell when it comes to working on themselves. This is a Mercury transit that also is kicking off during Sagittarius season. So we're getting heavy on the themes of what did you learn? What is the wise way? What's my right way? Or what's my right way again? Let me remember, because we're going to have a lot of retrograde energy as well. And also, more generally, a lot of reflective internal energy, because there's so much feminine energy this particular Sagittarius season. Mercury in Capricorn is like the Spotify Wrapped event. If you are on Spotify or if you know about Spotify Wrapped, but this is kind of a perfect sort of example of Mercury in Capricorn, or Capricorn season generally. It comes around in Sagittarius season, usually, I believe, but it's this fun way of looking at or kind of summarizing the music that people who subscribed to Spotify have listened to over that past year. And you just look back at the genres and like your top artists, and so on. And Mercury brings similar messages then and experiences to us right now. And Capricorn is the goat that kind of surmounts the peaks. It's an energy of accomplishment. Mercury being here can help us assess and discuss more what we have achieved thus far. And Sag season gives this transit the kind of positive push that may be needed to go further or bigger, and to do so necessarily, often with Capricorn energy, a Saturn ruled sign, we can get more of a leaning towards necessity. And we've got Venus in the mix here as well, and that Mercury retrograde, which is spanning December 12th to January 1st, when Mercury goes back into Sagittarius, into its detriment. This is plenty time then to do careful reflection, but also the Scorpionic Venusian injection or intelligence here is helpful for those people who need still, and I'm included, who need still to make clean cuts, or maybe just one clean cut this year, or to purify something, or to uproot something. Mercury in Capricorn invites us also to pay attention to things like our skin, our bones, our teeth, our joints. It can even be an excellent opportunity to quit something if we are really serious about it. yeah, I wouldn't recommend necessarily trying to quit something on a whim, especially before the Mercury retrograde. I think this quitting has to be something really that you have wanted to quit for some time, maybe even longer than a year. I'd also pay attention to what Capricorns are doing right now, especially Capricorn risings and the conversations we have with them, or maybe you have some favorite Capricorn heavy artists or idols or whatever. And like, what are they doing right now to affect you? How is their light influencing you? Are they teaching you anything? Because that's already a very major expression of this Mercury and Capricorn transit, and some of the interesting things that we can then pick up and learn from Mercury. Mercury very much being associated with learning and knowledge. And Mercury will also be sextiling Saturn in Pisces. So we've got now then Saturn in Pisces and the Sun in Sagittarius, with Jupiter, who rules those two signs, in Taurus retrograde. Simply then, all of that being more an opportunity, even more of an opportunity for us to think about things more seriously or sensibly. And Capricorn is about the ears and hearing as balance in this very spiritual way. And Mercury rules pairs of things, just like the ears. And as I've been saying or feeling, I think since Scorpio season, it's a good time now to kind of take out the earphones or the headphones and experience the real environment and what can be learned or experienced from that. Although, it's not the easiest thing to do to break out of certain like habits, especially when we're in public. It's not the easiest thing to do. And sometimes Capricorn season, especially, can be about a harsh crunching or breaking away from a particular habit. It's the opposite of Cancer season. I guess if Cancer season, as is often described, is the karmic sea, then Capricorn season, being the last cardinal season of the year, is like a karmic crunch. Yeah. But even though we are exposing ourselves, sometimes some of us, to this environment more delicately, it doesn't mean that we have to interact like directly with what is heard, as we have again so much feminine or shadow energy this Sagittarius season. So I do think it's more about like just watching, listening, almost like a spider in some senses. But I think we would still, a lot of us, do well to listen and be more attentive. Some other things that I think this transit will bring are getting people like new people getting tattoos or piercings, or people getting, that's what I wanted to say. It's been a long day. People getting new tattoos or like new piercings, or maybe doing something else like really new with their skin or their hair or whatever. And we've got Sagittarius season here still, right? Which also or always provides that kind of energy. But Capricorn is like this stuffy kind of conservative person asking you, but what does your tattoo mean? Or will you not regret it in old age? But I think what's really being asked here now is how will it appear at full height? Because Capricorn is about full heights and being seen at these fullest of heights. So whatever we take or do not take to these peaks, and we'll talk more about this sort of stuff once Capricorn season begins. But anyway, whatever we take or don't take, it's going to be seen and simply exemplified like that. And so these questions are not so much like just simply grumpy people or judgy people. It's more like a concern spiritually about the sincerity of things that we want for some reason to make more apparent. And I can't tell you how many Capricorn rising like friends and clients I've met over the years who have significantly more tattoos and or piercings than the average person. And this is Pisces in the third house. Absolutely. This is a feminine Jupiterian way of relating to the world. It's a painting and puncturing of the external kind of skin canvas. And I also see people during this longer than usual Mercury and Capricorn transit quitting things like sugar in their coffee or their tea, stuff like this. It's a wish, again, to purge things that decay or that are insidious. Also, it's about getting rid of the frivolous, however that's construed for you. But like, I'm getting this image of like Dolly Parton and like Dolly Parton home truths, or simple home truths. That's kind of what is in my head now. Dolly Parton, by the way, being a very stellar Capricorn sun. But yeah, people will be tightening their belts, or at least thinking and talking about this with Mercury here. But Mercury is the trickster god as well. So people will have like a lot to say about financial brinks or kind of moan about their wallet. But at the same time, they will merrily go ahead and spend far too much on themselves and others over Christmas time. And I see this also as a lovely kind of transit for more private or quiet celebrations or experiences. Especially, it's a great time to start thinking about celebrating yourself and your accolades. And this is stuff like firelit homes or cozy toasty homes, cozy little Netflix and chill with your friends, or camping, or hot cups of tea, hot chocolate, paired with like meaningful conversation with dearly loved ones. And I see this as people diving passionately into something they care about, like acquiring or achieving. This stuff like a certificate on your to-do list, or to keep pushing to gain or to lose weight. I think it's not going to be such a depressing Capricorn season as Capricorn season can sometimes be. I think Mercury, having gained some dignity, leaving Sagittarius and entering Capricorn is already quite good. And to do that during Sagittarius season, I like that. And I like the sextile that Venus is making to Mercury, which can provide a lot of value even when we push for things that we really ardently care about. So again, it has to be like sincere and genuine. It's like the stuff I mentioned earlier, quitting stuff. It's not like on a whim type stuff. I don't think that will last. uh, so also, if you're thinking of getting a tattoo or a piercing, maybe take some time to think about it, or don't. It's up to you. But like whatever. It's anyway this kind of thing of slowing down and getting our house in order or our affairs in order. And I see this as people also, diving passionately into something that they care about. And also to listen to elders. It's a time to do stuff like purchase items that you really need. And it's an excellent transit for doing stuff like reading back over journals or looking back over all the lovely photos or memories that we've made with people, and to share these things, whether with lots of people or just one person, or even to simply like privately reminisce on those memories to ourselves, and to use that reminiscence to retry tackling something that we are struggling with now, or that we might be tackling in the near future. And I'll end with a little thing or two about Sagittarius season. So Sag season, this is when the Mercury and Capricorn transit starts this year. Sag season is like you're outside and you're feeling freezing cold and you're shivering, and your friend just comes to you and says, hey, if you actually don't tense your body so much and just loosen your shoulders, you'll feel less cold. Like Sagittarius has this very like simple, serendipitous kind of very loving, but also free and fleeting kind of energy. And it's also kind of like a cup of cocoa again, or that like metal, what's that metal blanket thing, foil blanket they put on people who have like hypothermia, of being like rescued from the mountains. Um, it's like that blanket. And Sag season is also kind of like a firework or a flare in the cold night sky. And with Mercury in Capricorn now, during this here Sag season, we can be making more valuable use of heartwarming conversations and heartfelt advice and the hidden gems that are found in the interactions that we have with those older and senior to us, and how they might provide keys to unraveling pesky, problematic knots or tying up some kind of spiritual ends that we're still dealing with. So that's what I'll say, and that's where I'll stop. So I love you all very much, and have a great week. And I'll be back very soon, I think, with a video on Venus in Scorpio and the new moon in Sagittarius. Love you. Bye bye.